It's such a beautiful September day that I thought I would come for a walk. I don't often get to walk now since the needs of my elderly mother have increased. I very rarely get out to walk now. And at one time I was doing about 5,000 steps a day, but today is a day that I have a bit of free time. And I thought I'd come for a little amble along the canal here. It's a Friday. And it's been the first decent day in September. So I'm just having a walk along this canal, and then I'm going to stop for a coffee and then walk back. It's about a 2-mile walk, and I just love looking at the old industry here that's to do with the canals and the barges back in the day, when these would have been used. That looks like, well, that is a trap door, so obviously that could have been for storage, maybe coal or something, because it is possible that coal was probably transported along this canal. Canals stretch the length and breadth of Britain, and a lot of people should choose to live on a canal boat, which is a great alternative way of living. And you can even fish here like that bloke is doing over there. So I'm going to pause here and walk on because there's some people coming. Yeah, so this canal is not far from where I live with my mother. So I'm lucky that I have this, and I thought I'd talk about canals and folklore and magic maybe. Now, as far as I know, there's not a lot known about canal folklore. From the little research I've done, they were back in the 1800s and whatnot. The people that travelled the canals were known as water gypsies, and they were the people that would paint those really nice designs on canal boats. But I haven't really heard much folklore in regards to canals. But then again, I suppose that any folklore surrounding a canal would integrate with the geographical area within which that canal was sitting, if that makes sense. So the folklore of the area would probably tie in with the canal. And most areas have folklore, some better known than others, such as Bungay in Suffolk and the Black Dog. And I just have to pause here. Look at these beautiful colours on this rose bay willow herb. Beautiful, isn't it? I just had to stop and show you that. So whatever folklore is around canals will probably tie in with the area within which that canal is. And I better pause again because somebody else is coming. It's quite busy for a Friday and a work day. Just so peaceful here. This is where some of the boat people live. And in regard to folklore, I don't know any folklore about this section or this canal that runs through my area, but there is an old story that it was told to me years and years ago, and I shared it with a friend of mine, and it gave her nightmares, and it was to do with I'm not sure, I might have got this wrong. It was one of those late night parties where you're into your last drink and you're telling ghost stories, etc. I'm going back to when I was in my teens, so it was years ago. And the story goes that back in the 1800s there was some trade barges, industrial barges, probably transporting wool or coal or whatever along this stretch of the canal down towards the next mill in the next town. And they stopped at this place on the way that they said they were warned about not to stop. And again, this story's been lost in the mists of time, I guess. We're told not to stop overnight at this place, but these barges did. I don't know how many people were on the barges, and they were warned that if they stopped over there, the skeleton in the black cloak would come, because he was guardian of this place. So I suppose a bit in a way like a genus Loki. Anyway, the story goes that they stopped, and the skeleton in the black cloak came on horseback and dispatched all but 2 of the canal boat people, and they went on terrified to an ale house and had to seek shelter there. They were looked after. The mill where the goods were going to was contacted, and I know the goods got to the mill safely. What happened to the 2 survivors, I don't know, because the story's been lost. So I suppose that's kind of a bit of folklore / ghost story around this canal. I've never been frightened to walk along this canal, day or night. I've never seen a skeleton in a black cloak. I wouldn't want to either. But yeah, I thought I'd share that with you. So yeah, and before I go, you'll notice that I'm now on my own because my dog passed away 3 weeks ago, and it's kind of weird having these walks without my Staffordshire Bull Terrier. It is weird, but life goes on, and I'm sure that I'd like to think that my dog is now reunited with his dad, my late husband. Anyway, I'm going to go. I thought I'd share this quick video with you, and have a lovely weekend, guys.